Kentucky's open because Calipari's a dummy and left Kentucky a year before to go to Arkansas, which is, I don't know why in the world you go from Kentucky to Arkansas, but hey, Calipari does. I'm sure he's going to get paid extremely well to be mediocre there, just like he was at Kentucky. So there's a coaching open. Is there any chance that when they're sitting, when the AD is sitting down and they're talking with their basketball guys and they're like, is there any chance that Don Staley's name has come up as the Kentucky replacement? Brother James, I'll start with you. Any shot that's even been a subject?
Well, I'm pretty sure what the caliber of coach he is it has to come up. But and then in the same breath, Carolina's not gonna let her go anywhere. They're gonna make sure they pay enough to make her stay. Yeah. And because that's the issue. I mean, look what she's done. You know, I mean, come on, all the girls coming back next year, unless they decide to go pro. You know what I mean? So they may be undefeated again next year. You know, so I mean, you know, I think she's found a home there. If she ever leaves there, I think she'll leave there to go to the WNBA
and make no money.
Well, the WNBA is starting to grow. They linking up with the NBA a little bit. So I mean, their advertising is getting better. Yeah. But you know, but sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes it's about the development of kids.
Yeah. I mean, you like to think at a certain level that you're going to have almost like that kind of integrity where it's not like it's all about dollars. It's about something, you know, like she's built something at South Carolina. And maybe she wants to stay there. Deacon Hill, I could see the slight smirk on your face. Oh, I can't wait. Don Staley, next coach of Kentucky. What do you think?
No. I've been hearing Dan Hurley's name being tossed around from UConn. I don't know about that, but this is my take on women coaching men. And I actually coached my daughter when she was in junior high school. We had a team down, and I was the head coach, and I had an assistant woman was my assistant coach. She could bring more out of those girls than I could, because they just had a different, like when I'm thinking I'm pushing them hard, she can push them harder than I could. So I think there's just a different relationship that they have, and I think that's the same with men. I don't think that and first of all, they can't go into the intimate parts of the locker room. You know how you can get in.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, all that. So all that stuff plays a part in coaching. You got to be. Sometimes you got to go in there and you got to get. You know, you got to have this conversation or something. So we got to have this disconnect on that level. And then, but then it's just the physics and the drive. I'm telling you, I'm thinking I'm pushing these girls hard, and this woman would just get in there and get in them, and they would get out there and they would play. And I would just look at her and like, you know how to you can get more out of those girls than I can. So I just think it's just a little bit different, that, you know, from my experience. And that's why I don't really think it'll work for her.
Yeah. Honestly, you could have just said, she can't go in the locker room and talk to them. I would have been like, oh yeah, duh.
Well, they can go out and, you know, once they get dressed, they can go over here. But sometimes you got to get, like I say, in the, you know, and just practicing. I'm telling you, we be practicing, and I'm thinking I'm pushing those girls, and I'm trying to work them hard, and that lady would get in. Oh, she would get on them, and they get going just from her, you know, knowing how to coach and knowing how to pull stuff out of those girls that I couldn't pull out of them.
All right, that's a good argument, but I think X's and O's. People are
X's and O's is yeah.
There's a lot more than just X's and O's.
Yeah, it's a lot more than that.